Hey guys, you are on Daily Thought with Natalie Brathwaite, and I'm here just connecting with you, just sharing with you as per usual, um, any of the conversation I may be having with God, anything I feel like I had an aha moment with, and I think it's worth sharing, with you, because sometimes we think that we are alone in our thoughts, we are alone in questions. Um, but many a times we would come to realize that someone else is having that same thought or same question. And so I like to share it with you so that we understand that we are truly not walking alone, even though sometimes we may feel like it, we are not, you know. So what do we do with what God has given to us? So, when I was thinking about this question, I was really thinking about the question of what do we do when um, God meets out His love to us each and every day? What do we do with that love? And what is our responsibility um, as we receive His love so freely? And so, what do we do with God's love and God's grace? All that He gives, it is given to us as a free will gift, right? God is giving it to us as a free will gift. He does not require anything of us. Just because He has chosen to create us, He has chosen to love us. And His love is shown to us in different ways, whether it is in guidance, whether it's in provision, protection, forgiveness, whichever way. It comes in different forms and fashions. And that, when He gives us that, I was thinking, then if He gives it to us, then we are supposed to freely give it to others. Because I was thinking of a scenario like, if you are given, let's say you're given a ton load of clothing, and you would have already have clothing, so now you are in the overflow, you are in well, I don't want to say excess, but you are in the overflow, you know and what do you build a bigger wardrobe, a bigger storage area to hold these clothes, or do you sift through them, see the things that you are not in need of, and give to others? And honestly, we could make a bigger wardrobe or cupboard, or with however you term it in your culture. You could make a bigger cupboard, but is that really how God has created life to be? That when He gives us um, free will gifts and give us blessings and overflow, is it that He's doing it expecting us to make bigger capacity to hold more? Or is it that He's giving us so that we'll give others and others will give others, and just a continual cycle in the world? And so I decided to go to scripture to understand really what is the God idea of this. And so I went to Matthew chapter 10. Um, it's really stated in verse 8, but I'm going to read verse 1 as well, just to give you a little context of what it is I have uncovered. And so it says, "And when He had called unto Him His 12 disciples, He gave them power against unclean spirits, to cast them out, and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease." Verse 8 says, He said, "Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give." So it said to me that God gave the disciples power freely. They did not ask for it, they did not work for it, they did not pay for it. Freely He gave them power. So, in turn, he said that all these things, healing the sick, cleansing the leper, raising the dead, all these different things, he's saying, because I've given you power to do these things freely without a cost, then I'm expecting you to go out there and freely release that power that I've given to you so that others could be healed, others can be made whole. He did not say to create a bigger capacity to receive more power from me. That is not what he said. So it makes me understand that with God, this is what he's expecting of us. Now, whether or not we do this, he's still going to love us. But his expectation is that we take the love, we take the grace, we take the mercy, we take the forgiveness, and we also pay it forward. We share of it because we have not paid for this, you know? And it just, it begs me to wonder what in us will cause us to want to hoard. And so I started thinking about it, and it occurred to me, anytime someone is holding on to things very tightly, it means that that person has some sort of fear of insufficiency coming into their lives. Maybe they have experienced insufficiency at some point. Maybe they have experienced basically insufficiency. Maybe they have experienced that at some point in time, and although they may have moved on from that life, the mindset still has not yet changed. So in every area you would see it showing up in different areas of their lives, that they would operate in a mindset of holding on to stuff because they are fearful that it would not have enough. So whether it's food, whether it's clothing, whether it's finances, whether it is whatever area, whether it is their spouse, whatever it is, they would be holding on really tightly because there is a mentality of insufficiency. There's a fear that something would become unavailable and not enough at some point in time. So they feel like, I need to hold on to this just in case, But God is saying He is our provider, and He provides more than enough. And when He gives us something, He expects that we are going to continue the cycle of giving and of sharing freely. All right? So take this nugget today and go out into the world and live a transformed life.